Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite host, your girl, A Millie, and I'm back with another episode of the Sip and Sit. And tonight, I have artist Trae Perry. He is in the building. And guess what? I think I'm popping his chair for his first interview on my podcast. Trae, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you, hey Millie, for having me. It's an honor, it's a pleasure. Um, Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for inviting me. It's definitely a pleasure. Yes, you're right. It is my very first podcast interview, so I'm excited to see how it goes.
And you know what? I thank you so much for just taking the time out. And you're not a virgin anymore to the podcasting world. So, that's what's up. Shout out to you,
Facts,
for coming on.
facts.
And I gotta shout out Kayla J. She
Yeah,
was the one that sent me your information. She was like, "Girl, you gotta interview my friend Trae Perry. He's a wonderful artist." So shout out to Kayla J. Thank you so
shout
much,
out,
girl.
facts. Yeah. Shout out to Kayla J. I've known her since college. You know what I'm saying? Incredible artist, amazing sound, songwriter. You know what I'm saying? She's great. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kayla for sure.
Yes. So Trae, welcome again to the Sip and Sit. So tell me a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, so I am a recording artist, graphic designer, digital entrepreneur, born and raised in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? The Trill Capital, 713 to 281, however you want to go about it. I've been making music for excuse me. I've been making music for 14 years now, and I've
Wow.
been designing for 13 years. So it's been an amazing journey. I've been able to get into a lot of doors, been able to meet a lot of people on this path. So it's definitely been a blessing. I also am recently, and I actually started this week, but I am now a school teacher. I'm
Oh
teaching elementary
wow.
school kids. Yeah. I'm teaching elementary school kids. So that has been fun as well. So um I do a little bit of, I'm saying, a little something, you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get my hands into as many things as I can. So it's been great. It's been great. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Um I I also have music on streaming platforms. I've
Mhm.
uh I've been able to work with a lot of people as far as the designing goes. So it's definitely been a blessing to
Mhm. Mhm.
just use all my God given talents and abilities. So
Mhm. And I love that because I want to go back. You talked about you've been an artist for 14 years. You've been a designer. You have really been immersed in the world of a creator, and now you have taken another journey as an educator. So, with you starting your 14 years ago as an artist, what made you want to really get into the music industry?
So honestly, like I've been in the arts and in the music my entire life. I was in the choir in my church. Um I used to be like in the band in school. I used to play trombone in band. So
Mm,
like I was always involved in music. My sister, she's a violinist, so I've
wow.
always been around like the arts and the music since I could remember. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so it wasn't really until middle school to when I really wanted to start rapping because really like cause me and the homies were just like freestyling at lunch with like the pads and the pens. That's kind of how like
Mhm.
my whole journey kind of started out. So that's kind of what influenced me. And also like a lot of my homies was rapping too. So like um we weren't necessarily like clicked up, but like we were all just kind of doing our own thing.
Mhm.
So I kind of slowly started to pick up on it myself and just wanted to pursue it. And then once I dropped my first couple of songs, everybody was like, "Yo, bro, like you actually got something. Like you actually saying something real." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like let me go ahead and explore that lane and see what's to come from it." So, like I say, like it's definitely been a blessing to just be able to do it for this long and still, people enjoy hearing what I have to say. Like
Mhm.
that's amazing. So, yeah, it's been fun.
And I like how you go back, starting as a kid into being in the band. And I feel like that those were the creative juices really started flowing back then. I mean, I will let you know this. I started off as a band kid, like in fifth grade, but then
Like, yeah,
and I
yeah.
was playing the clarinet, but then
I'm
after a
real.
bit, I didn't want to do it anymore. I was like,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
but it was never like the creativity inside me never left. I started getting into acting and being in plays, and you touched on something. You started in the church, singing in your church choir. I think that is so interesting, where a lot of artists actually start their God-given talent in the church, the foundation. And I
That's right.
really love hearing about that. And then, of course, you talked about, you know, being from Houston. So I want to know, as I like to say, H Town, Beyonce's hometown.
You know
How
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. How has the support been from your community in Houston for you as an artist?
It's actually been pretty interesting. Speaking of Beyonce, it's funny. I actually went to the same elementary, middle, and high school that she went to.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, like that's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people don't even know that, but yeah,
Wow.
obviously I don't know Beyonce personally, but I've heard that she's been to all of the schools. But
Mhm.
anyway, about the city, I actually get a lot of love in Houston. I get a lot of love just from new people that I met, my old friends that still
Mhm.
know who I am, who still talk to me and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I mean, like the love's been like crazy, especially as of lately. Now that we're all more grown, like we're more like mature. So like
Mhm.
everybody's starting to see that it's the few, like, you know what I'm saying, people like in our friend groups that's like still going, that's still making music. And I just so happen to be one of them. So people are like, yo, bro, like we always knew, bro, from the,
Mm.
so like it's been great and it's still growing because now, like I said, I've been able to network with more people now.
Mhm.
Like my circle is expanding. So obviously like that's more eyes and ears on me. So like I said, like it's been great. Shout out to Houston. I love my city to the death. I will forever be a Texas boy. It's like it's ingrained in my soul.
Mm.
I never change.
Mm. And I love to hear that, because the love that you have for your city, you actually did a music video. And I was gonna ask, I was like, I wonder if he is from Houston, because saw the background, I
Yeah,
saw everything, and I'm like, he gotta be from Houston. But putting on for your city and that love, and one thing you just stated is the support from your friends. They said they always knew that you had it. So how does your music is how is it different from other artists? How is your music different from other artists?
so I think my music is different because I don't cuss in my music.
Mm,
And the reason being is because I want to be able to reach all audiences. I don't want my music to be necessarily like prohibited to a certain like group of people, because I
mhm,
know like a lot of people obviously, you know, they they curse in their music, and there's nothing wrong with that because like their self-expression. But at the end of the day, that's not the impression that I want to have on people.
mm,
And also, like I said, the church influence really kind of helped me, especially like in the start of my career. I was rapping a lot, um like in my church during like the summertime and stuff like that, and and that's kind of how my career started off actually, so I was always like conscious of what I was saying and what I wanted people to take away like from my sound. So
mhm,
I wanted to just be like an example, like for the people, that you can still make hard music without like the profanity and without the negative connotations and whatnot. Like I wanna be like a beacon of light to the
mhm,
people who really never experienced that, and they can see that, man, like it's dope to be somebody who's clean,
mm,
but still dope with it. You know what I'm saying? That
mhm,
still got
mhm,
style, like still got swag, and it's true and it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's kind of my imprint that I wanted to put with anything that I do, like not just the music, but just
mhm,
my whole image, my whole brand is just clean, it's genuine, it's pristine, and
mm,
it's for anybody and everybody.
mm. I love how you said that, you want to speak to all genres and not just, one. And I've never heard an artist say that. I think you are the first one that
Oh, wow.
I've ever heard that. And, it has really paid off because you put out so many singles.
Yeah.
And that does flow into my next question of would you describe your own music. And I think you just answered the question, no profanity, but just want to cater to all genres of music. Now, if you had the chance to collaborate with any artist
Mm,
and you were getting ready to put out a new single,
yeah.
who would want to collaborate with and why?
Mm, the golden question. Now, I've actually thought about this a lot, and I got a couple different people, but I will say that it would depend on the song that we're making. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you some of my favorite artists. I really like, and you've probably heard of these people too. Um, Toby and Wigwe. I love
Mm-hmm.
his music. I love what he stands for, and also like he's from the city as well. You know what I'm saying? He's from Houston. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Like you probably know that, but I like him. He's fire with it. Foggy Raw, he's dope. He's very intricate. Like, I've known about him for like a couple years now. Um, I said it in like another one of my videos. That like he's another artist that I want to do music with. Caleb Mitchell, he's another dude. Who's
Mm-hmm.
like immaculate, like in so many different ways. Like that dude is next level talented. He's dope. Excuse me. Um, yes, I mean like that's like a couple people. Now, of course, I s- I can see like me and J. Cole making a song, me and Drake
Mm-hmm.
making a song, me and Kendrick making a song. You know what I'm saying? Like those are my top three favorite like mainstream artists. So I
Mm-hmm.
think you know what I'm saying, me and them could make some dope records. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's another artist out of Atlanta called LA. He's super,
Mm-hmm.
super hard. He's an R&B artist as well. You know what I'm saying? So like he
Mm-hmm.
is crazy with the vocals and everything. So yeah, like, those are like a couple people that I think could, you know what I'm saying, like, I can make some fire with,
Mm-hmm.
to say the least. There's like
And
some a lot of more people, but yeah.
it's so funny because you remind me of a J. Cole and a Kendrick
Ah,
Lamar. I don't know if it's just the like your music, but the swag, the how you speak, but it the really the lyrics, it does put you in the mind frame of like J. Cole
yeah.
and Kendrick Lamar. And you kind of sound like Kendrick Lamar a little bit to me. But
Hey,
yeah,
thank you.
like
So,
like you actually do, but I think like the swagger and just the music in general, and number one, just really putting on for your city that birthed you, that made you to the person that you are.
yeah.
Now I want to talk about your single because I just talked about it a few minutes ago, but you put it out a few months ago and it's called Jumbotron Poppin'. Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
tell me how you came up with that name and the how did the creative juices flow to come up with a unique song name?
Thank you. So okay, so this is a disclaimer. That's actually a remix of Drake's song, "Jumbotron Poppin'." I was so this was my whole idea behind that song. I was really trying to put out some content before the
Mm-hmm.
end of the year. I hit up my homie JT. We went to high school together. He's a super um talented artist as well. He doesn't make music, but he's a photographer and videographer. And I said, look, bro, I want to at least, you know what I'm saying, like put some content out. I don't care what we gotta do, where we gotta go, let's just do it. And like he's like super intricate, like with like the art, and he has like an
Mm-hmm.
eye for like creativity, and like he's super, super fire with his content. And so we literally went out to Post Houston. I don't know if you've been there before, but Post is like a little spot like downtown. It's brand new. It's a brand new spot. And so like we just went there, you know what I'm saying, got some shots made. And like I said, like that was just like something I wanted to put out, just like to
Mm-hmm.
let people know that like I'm still here, like with the music, because I do like a lot of things for different people, especially like on
Mm-hmm.
the design side. So like I'm always doing like a bunch of stuff. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and drop this joint.
Mm-hmm.
But it got a really, really big response, and like I'm
It's
trying.
dope. It is so dope. It is
Thank
so dope.
thank you, thank you. I'm trying to get it to Drake and them. I don't know if they gonna see it or not, but if they don't, it is what it is.
No,
Cool.
no, 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 no. They will. They will. Delayed means not denied.
Say that. Say that. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Delayed means
You're right.
not denied.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, but that record was super fun. Shout out my boy Smith. He got it to me. You know what I'm saying? Smith is my engineer. Always comes through in the clutch for me. Like he's made everything like up since like 2018. You know what I'm saying? He's mixed all my songs. So um yeah, we got it done and we got it out. And like I say, like it got like a major response. So I'm definitely grateful for that.
I love to hear that. And one thing I loved about the visuals is it's like in Houston, it's paying homage to the city. And I've never been to Houston. I've always said I
Okay.
have to come and get me a
Yeah.
turkey leg or something like
Yeah.
that and go find where
Look at that hood is
Beyonce's
popping.
childhood home is because I'm a big
Right.
Beyonce fan. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really love the concept of the video and I thought it was really, really, really dope. So, Trae, do you have any new projects coming out? Because before I want to get into the projects, because I know you're going to be dropping something soon. I do want to mention that you do have your own record label, and it's called Alpha Bag, and it's for creatives. Can you tell me a little bit about your label and what it means to you?
Yeah, so Alpha Bag is a label that I started with my friend Caleb Tucker. He's out of California.
Mhm.
We started that in 2019. Me and him created a project um together called Top Tier. And basically what Alpha Bag means is people who are just in their bag and their purpose and are at like the highest tier that they can
Mhm.
be. So that's kind of like a little backstory about Alpha Bag. How you know how like people say I'm in my bag, whatever. So
Mhm. Mhm.
like and like you think of Alpha, it's like top upper echelon. So
Mhm.
like that's kind of what we wanted um like to represent like with this brand. But it's been active for a good 4 years now. We have a couple people that are dope out of there. My boy Mars, he's super fire. He's out of the Bay Area, Sacramento,
Mhm.
fire, and of course me and Caleb as well. So yeah, like we've been active for a short while now. We're still like expanding the brand every single year. So um we got a lot of stuff that's in the works. And of course like we're doing like our own things like separately on the side. So
Mhm.
Alpha Bag, yes, Alpha Bag is the brand. You hear me say it in almost every single song. So yeah, gotta represent facts.
And that's good marketing. You got to market yourself, your brand, and put it in, drop it in every like song, every music.
Yeah,
Because as a listener, you're gonna be like, "What is he talking about? Alpha Bag, Alpha Bag." Let me go see on his page what is Alpha Bag. Boom! Oh, it's his own label for creators. I think that is like really really cool because a lot of people don't know being a creative is hard, and a lot of people don't support us as creators, as creators, entrepreneurs, and I like to see when people create their own brand, their own special place just for us, because
right.
not everybody gets it on this level.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I've seen like a lot of people who have attempted to take that route and unfortunately like it hasn't gone the way that they wanted it to. But I'm blessed enough to like have like the people and the resources to able to make it sustain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I
And
say, we're definitely grateful for it.
love that. And that's all we need. You have to have like one or two good people behind you that can help you navigate, and mainly the support. I feel like, as a creative, we don't get a lot of support even from our own friends and family, but you are lucky enough to have your own circle that supports you in your endeavors, and it's always really good to have as a creator.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, like I'm definitely grateful for the people and even like the people who are still getting to know me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I say, like it's been like a long time since like we've been doing this thing, and there's people out there who still play like my old songs. Like I'm talking about songs like that I dropped years ago, and they're still
Hmm.
ringing bells to this day. So like that alone just like insinuates and tells me that like, man, like we're really going somewhere with this thing. Like it's actually
Hmm.
working how we thought it was gonna work. So yeah.
Hmm.
It's blessing.
So, Trey, do you have any new projects coming up? It is a brand new year. We're still in the first quarter. It's February, Black History Month. And I want to know, do you have any projects coming up that we can support you or be on the lookout for?
Yeah, so I'm actually about to drop a new single. It's called On 10. Um Produced by my homie Dylan Kush. He's made Level Up, my songs Mamba Year, Never Change, Don't Wake Me Up, From the Jump. He's made like a lot of my some of my like my previous songs. So yeah, that song is coming out this month actually. So you guys will definitely be hearing about that soon. Stay tuned to my page and everything. You guys will get all the information and whatnot. But yes, that is my next single that I'm dropping. I don't want to give too much away just because I want to kind of build on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yes, but that is the new single that's gonna drop this month. So guys, definitely stay tuned for my new song On 10. You guys are hearing it here first. I never really told anybody. So you guys are really getting an exclusive.
Man, I'm
You
telling
know what
you,
I'm
like I don't pop the cherry with you tonight on this pod, on this podcast.
saying?
You
Yeah,
dropping like the exclusive
yeah, yeah,
new single
yeah,
on the podcast, and you heard it here first, right here on the Sip and Sit. So make sure
you
y'all
know
go
what I'm saying?
support Trae Perry. His new
Yes.
single, it is dropping very, very soon. Before we get into your social media handles, how people can follow you, I want to talk about the Grammys. We just came off
Mm,
on the Grammys. I thought it was
yes.
great. And this year celebrates 50 years in hip hop. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's wild. Like the fact that hip hop has been evolving for that long is like unreal. But I'm so
Yes.
grateful because like it's really been a way that people have expressed themselves in like different forms and fashions. And like I say, like it's still evolving. Like
Mm.
it's new energy, new
Hmm.
sound, new
Hmm.
like perspective. So like it's beautiful. So you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's
Shout
like
out to hip-hop.
constantly changing. Like I feel like it's constantly changing each and every decade. Like 50 years of hip hop. One thing I liked about the Grammys was, bringing so many artists out, rappers from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the rappers of today, like Glorilla and Lil Baby. I feel like they hit every genre, but I kind of was like, they kind of left out some rappers from the South. Yeah, Lil
Yeah,
Baby, but he
yeah.
wasn't like a part of hip hop like the 90s and the 2000s. Like I really wanted to see T.I. Really wanted to see like
Yeah,
Gucci Mane, even Andre 3000. Because even speaking of Andre 3000, Billboard just put out the top 50 rappers of all time.
right.
And I felt like, man, why wasn't Outkast, both of them, a part of the celebration at the Grammys? I feel like they didn't have Ludacris, they didn't have anybody representing the South except for Lil Baby and of course Glorilla, but nobody from the time I was growing up and I was listening to hip hop, especially. I'm from the South, I'm from Alabama, and I didn't see any representation from Louisiana, like Lil Wayne. Like, where were the rappers
Yeah.
from the South?
Right, right. Yeah, like I was thinking that too. Like it was great. Like don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like
it was great.
Taj
It
was
really was.
amazing. But I do agree. Yeah, like they left out a big chunk of like the what was it like the early 2000s,
Yes.
like the 2010s. They left out so many artists. But I am grateful for everybody that was there. But yes, like it was kind of like a little skip. Like,
Hmm.
all right, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely wish that, yes, like they would have included like the Ludacris's, the T.I.'s, the Gucci Mans, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like the Drakes and like,
Yes.
I'm saying, like the J.
Yes.
Cole's and, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody like in that
Mhm.
time period as well. Like, I feel
Mhm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would have been called.
Mhm.
But
And you know what? One thing I do like, and I'm gonna represent for the females. I felt like Nicki Minaj. I know her
yeah,
issues with
should
the
have definitely
Grammys,
been,
but Nicki Minaj should have been on that stage paying homage to so many influential rappers. Like that was one person I did not see as far as in our genre, in our lifetime, you know, one of the greatest female rappers ever. I was glad to see like Salt and Pepper. I wanted to see MC Light. I wanted to see like your Foxy Brown, like up there in New York.
Yeah.
I love Queen Latifah. I think that she really represented well. I love Unity, like that song. I really wish she would have done Ladies First as well.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see another great hip hop group, Naughty by Nature. I felt like they should have had those Jersey boys on
Yeah.
that stage. Now, I think they from Jersey, but they should have, you know, they were a part of hip hop, a part of the early 90s, me coming up, and I felt like, where was Naughty by Nature? I didn't see them at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would have been cold. Like if they would have had all of them on there, like that would have made it like a lot more extravagant. I feel like,
Mhm.
especially like they definitely, and I can say this too, like they definitely had a lot of more male representation and female representation.
Right.
Right. Like I
Mhm.
feel like if they would have just, you know what I'm saying, like even out the playing field, like it would have been like
Mhm.
a lot more spectacular. Like it would have just been
I
more
agree.
than it was, you
I
know?
agree. Even like on the West Coast, it was not. I didn't see a lot. I didn't see Ice Cube, no Snoop Dogg. Like, where were they?
Yeah,
Where were they on the stage? And I felt like, you know, the Grammys. Don't get me wrong, they did really good. I think that was my favorite part of the night. Other than, you know, with Beyonce winning all of her awards and Lizzo's speech, I thought that it was good, and I just felt like I wanted to see some more '90s rappers that I used to listen to as a kid. You know,
yeah,
what was Snoop Dogg? What was that? You know, even Eminem, I would have loved to see Eminem on that stage
yeah, me
for
too.
hip hop.
Me too. Me too. But I will say this too. Sorry not to cut you off. But the God did performance with Wayne, Rick Ross, and Jay Z. That was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That
it
joint,
really good. It really was. It felt to me like a Last Supper type of thing.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
all of these rappers are sitting at this table. They're eating. They're mellow. I thought them doing like a 8-minute set. I think that really was dope. I've never seen an 8-minute set on an award show closing it out. And I
yeah,
think they were probably the first ever to do that, you know. So shout out to Jay Z and DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. I thought they really did. You know, God did. I think they really did the song justice. I think that was another, you know, part of you know, my favorite part of the show was the ending as well.
yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah, yeah. The ending was immaculate for sure.
But I do hope with the Grammys, you know, it's 50 years of hip hop that come the BET Awards, they
Yeah,
got to do it justice.
yeah,
And the Hip Hop Awards this year. You have two more big award shows. You got the AMAs coming up as well. And other award shows, but the for our culture, BET Awards, like they got to come with it for hip
yeah.
hop. They got to
BT,
come with it for hip hop.
right? BT, if you watching this, I put this
Yes.
out y'all eyes. Y'all gotta step it up this year. Y'all gotta come.
Yes.
Y'all got.
Yes.
Y'all gotta.
And we need more female representation too.
Yeah, that too. Y'all gotta
I,
up
I
it.
feel like they kind of lacked with that. Yes, we have Salt and Pepper, Glorilla, Missy, and Queen Latifah, but there's so many other female rappers that could have been asked and they could have came on. You know,
That's a fact. That's a fact. BT, let's get right.
BT, you listening?
Let's get
You
right.
heard it here first.
Get it right.
You heard it here first. Now I want to ask you. Social media has been like a buzz today. Well, in the last 2 hours, Billboard just dropped their 50, the top 50 rappers of all time list, 1 through 50. Rick Ross came in at number 50, and number one being Jay-Z. Number two was Nas, three was Biggie, four was Tupac, five was Lil Wayne. I forgot who else was it in the mix, but number 10 was Nicki Minaj. Of
Mhm.
course, I saw not Rod Digger, but MC Light on the list. I saw Queen Latifah, Lil Kim on the list, Missy Elliott, but those were the only females that I saw on there. There was no other representation of females, no salt and pepper, or anything like that. So I want to ask you, like, by looking at that list, I'm pretty sure that you saw it. Do you think it's accurate, or do you think some of the artists should have moved up, or should have been below? I think what was surprising to me, even having on the list, well, I'm not surprised, but the ranking. 50 Cent came in at number 17, and I feel like at least 50 Cent should have been like, maybe 15.
Yeah,
But that's just my own personal opinion. But I liked how they mixed up the, from the 80s and 90s, including Ice Cube, Ice T, KRS-One, Ghostface Killer, a lot of your New York artists, a lot of your southern artists, but they only included Andre 3000 and not Big Boy. They didn't put Outkast as a duo. They just like kind of singled out Andre 3000. But I kind of was like, why not put them both together? But that's just my opinion. So what did you think about the Billboard top 50 greatest rappers of all time list?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I do agree with you. I feel like a couple of them guys could have been numbered at different numbers. They could
Mhm.
have like rearranged it a little bit, but like,
Mhm.
I thought it was pretty decent.
Mhm.
I do think that Jay-Z is definitely, now somebody might disagree with me in the comments or whatever, but I do feel like Jay-Z is definitely one of like the top tier artists of like the last couple of years. I feel like
Mhm.
he's definitely shown and proven that he's definitely still the intricate mind that he is, and the fact that
Yeah.
he's able to still put words
Mhm.
like together that just like
Mhm.
resonate how they do. Like
Mhm.
he definitely deserves that spot, and he's definitely well deserved, especially like I said, like, after all these years of him doing it. But yeah, like I thought that the whole list was cool. Um, I feel like a couple artists could have been added and some could have been taken out, but that's personally my opinion. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna get into that a little bit, but yeah, like I thought it was pretty chill. That was pretty cool, pretty decent.
I thought it was, dope. I've always admired Jay Z and love Jay Z. I still think he's number one in my book. But I was surprised to see Kanye West at number 11.
Mhm.
I would have thought that he would have been in the top 10
Yeah,
because Kanye West is still one of my favorite rappers of all time. But I was shocked to see Kendrick Lamar at number two. I would have thought that Kendrick probably would have been in a different number category, but I was shocked to see Kanye West in number 11.
mhm.
What do you think about that?
I think it's favoritism personally. Like I feel like with Kanye, I feel like a lot of people just are thinking about his actions congruent with his music. I feel like with
Mhm.
Kanye, it's more personal with people just because of his antics and whatnot, just his personality, his just like everything about Kanye. Like I feel like people take all of that into consideration. Because like if you look at him, like compared to any other artist, like a lot of people don't really have like the track record that Kanye has. And
Mhm.
personally, I think that I guess now I don't know this. Obviously, I don't know this, but I'm guessing Billboard might feel like some type of way with Kanye. I guess just because of like I
Mhm.
said, what he's been going through. So I mean, shoot, if
Mhm.
that's the case, then I mean, cool. But like at least he's still like at the top percentage of the list. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Mhm.
top 20%. So I'm gonna that's still decent. But yes, like I do agree that he should have been bumped a little bit higher up.
Mhm.
But it is
Do,
what it is at the end of the day.
do you think that Drake should have been higher on the list because he comes in at number 8? Do you think that he should have been bumped up
Yeah,
in the top 5 or?
yes, 100%. Because I feel like with Drake is more than just music. Like it's kind of the same
Mhm.
thing with Kanye. Like it's more than just him being an artist. It's him and his image and his excuse me and his brand. I feel like Drake has a very very strong brand. And
Mhm.
it's kind of like a sidebar. Me as a graphic designer, I see like the OVO like logo. That is such
Mhm.
a beautiful logo to me. I love that logo like to the death. Like I'm low-key jealous that I didn't come up with that. But yeah, like Drake's whole brand is just top tier. Now, obviously, I don't know what goes on with Drake behind the scenes. I don't know him like that yet. Speaking into
And
existence, but
speak it.
uh, nah, I mean, like, I feel like Drake has a very, very strong brand, and like his image is is super, super clean. So of
Mhm.
course, you know what I'm saying, people would categorize him a certain way.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely feel like he should have been bumped at least top five. Now that's me.
I agree. I can agree with that. I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but I would have thought that Drake would have been at least number 3. I
Mhm.
could give Nas number 2. Love
Yeah,
Nas.
yeah, me too.
But at least I would have thought he would have been in the top 5.
Yeah, I agree.
At least would have thought he would have been in the top 5.
Yeah. Him and J. Cole for me personally. Him and J. Cole
Mhm.
should have definitely been in the top five.
J. Cole is dope. He's really, really dope. I'm not a big, like I said, I'm not a big J. Cole fan either, but I think he's a dope lyricist. Like I do like some of his songs that he when he first came out that are really, really dope that I still listen to this day. Do you think now I'm gonna ask you this is one last question. Do you think that anybody else should have been added on this list and who should have been taken off the list?
Mm, now that's an interesting question because uh, it would depend on a couple factors. But
Hmm.
I personally think that I ain't gonna lie. Now I might. I know there's different generations and like everybody has to be like taken into consideration. But
Hmm.
because I'm the age that I'm at, I feel like I feel like a lot of like the old school rappers could have been, like
Hmm.
now I'm not trying to take away from their legacy. And anybody that's
Hmm.
watching this that's older than me, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is just Trae Perry's opinion. It's Trae Perry's opinion. But I feel like like a lot of the old rappers could have been, you know what I'm saying, like could have been taken off and some of the new guys could have been stepped in, you know what I'm saying, like for some shine, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm.
But but yeah, that's just me. I don't want to get too much into it because you know what I'm saying people will get mad. I try to
Right,
pick fights.
right. No, I definitely feel you on that. Trey, I want to just thank you so much for coming on the Sip and Sit.
Yeah,
And like I said, you are not a virgin anymore to the
yeah.
podcasting world. I don't pop
Nah,
your chair. I'm gonna keep saying. But before we go, drop all of your social media handles, how people can follow you, get in touch with you, and even if they want to collaborate, learn more about you, where can they follow you?
yeah. So my main page that I'm on is Instagram. My Instagram is at Trae Perry. That's TraePerry. My Twitter is I am Trae Perry. So I am, and then exactly how
Mhm.
it's spelled. With my Instagram, Trae Perry. Same thing on TikTok. I'm on SoundCloud. Literally every digital streaming platform that's available. You're gonna find my music on there somewhere. And it's funny too. Just another sidebar. In college, when I used to do shows, I always used to tell people at the end of the shows, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram.
Mhm.
Like all my friends used to make like little jokes and stuff like that, whatever, just like on some funny stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like it's crazy. But yes, you can follow me on all them places. You can follow me on all them places as stated below. Those are my main sites that I'm at. Also, I'm on YouTube. Obviously, you can see all my music videos and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, on my live shows, my collaborations. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
everywhere. Google me, you gonna find me. Facts.
Google him, y'all. Please go and support Trae Perry. He's a dope artist. He has more coming. And shout out to Houston, man. If you do not know who Trae Perry is and you're watching from Houston, please go support him. H Town, you know how
Sure.
they get down, how y'all get down there. But make sure you support him. Let's support our Black creators. Let's support our Black artists. It is Black History Month, so we
Yes.
want to support all of our Black businesses and all of that good stuff. Trae, it has been an honor again for having you on Sip and Sit. But now you family now, so you got to come back on when you drop
Oh
that
yeah,
single. I got to bring you back so we can chop it up again.
I'm down. Just let me know. I'm a call away. I'm here.
All right. All right. Well, y'all, that's it for me. And stay tuned for another episode of the Sip and Sit. All right.
Let
Peace.
go.